Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2022 and another part of our McLaren career mode. Today we take on the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix in Imola, and it's a race where we've had mixed fortunes in the past. Looking forward to seeing how we get on this season, though, as we look to take our McLaren team up to the top of the championship. We're currently in 4th place in the Constructors. Not too bad so far. Lando Norris having a stonking season again. He is an awesome, awesome driver. And I can't wait until we can get him winning races and hopefully win a World Championship for McLaren. That's the dream. And Oscar Piastri is going to hopefully support him with that down the line. He got his first Formula 1 Championship points last time out in Australia. So, if you're enjoying it so far, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe, of course, for plenty more F1 Manager videos as well. And without further ado, let's get ourselves immersed into the action. We have got a regulation vote to have a little look at, and we have had some scouting through as well of Aaron Melvin and Christopher Fluitt. Regulation technical changes. So, look at this. This is a major, major change. So we can either go for the chassis focused overhaul, or the side pods. Let's go chassis. Let's go chassis. Yes. Let's do it. Let's try and get things mixed up a little. Speaking of upgrades, we can have a little gander at our current projects. We have got a slot open for a design project, so let's go and do that now. Into the design we go. Now, front wing we do have a fair amount of, but that is kind of where we could gain a little bit more. Just have a little look at that. So yeah, you know, it's not going to be a massive upgrade for us, but we should get this through. If we do it as an intense, that will get through in the next 36 days or so, which would be quite nice. Right then, onto the driver market. What do we want to be looking at? Is there anybody we want to particularly snoop on? I mean, George Russell would be quite nice to have. Yeah, so let's get some detailed scouting on him. Potentially Leclerc down the line. Obviously, Norris is our youngster. Zhou Guanyu could go along nicely with him. Mick Schumacher. Let's get one on him. He hasn't driven this season. And to be fair to him, had a decent year last year. 17 points he got in the championship. Fair enough. Right, okay. Let's keep going then. On to the next round. Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. We'll work out what's going to happen with the regulations as well. So side pods are now manufactured. That's fine. Was it the suspension? Yeah, so Piastri needs to have that one on as well. Just double checking that they've both got equal chances here. Yeah, that's fine. Right, continue on then. We'll get to have a look at the vote. So research is now unlocked for next season. So we'll probably keep developing the car up to the summer break, and then it seems that most people have gone for the side pod focused overall. So we obviously voted for the chassis overhaul instead. Everybody else voted for the side pods. Okay, doesn't really matter. Right, let's have a little look at the performance management then. Qualifying position, yeah, we'll say one driver will get into the top 10. And we'll say one driver will get through to Q3. Into the race, we will say both drivers will get into the points and go for a double points finish once again. That seems fine by me. Right, let's get ourselves into the action for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
The hills of Tuscany are green to the south, but here in Imola the air is red hot. Welcome to Ferrari's turf for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. The track has been around since the 60s, but the first official Formula One race was held here in 1980. Let's see what excitement lies ahead this year. This is Imola, and it's an old school track with plenty of elevation changes and lots of corners. There's only one DRS zone here, but it follows the long straight right before Tamburello and should see plenty of action. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Right then, okay, let's have a look at the weather. Looks pretty clear for the weekend, so let's get ourselves into qualifying.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, it's green now.
Let's get Piastri out there straight away then and see what he can do. Possibly watch Piastri as well as he goes through his lap, so let's hop on board with him now. No traffic for him. Fingers crossed no traffic for Lando Norris as well, who's coming out of the final corner just now and coming up past the start-finish line, following one of the AlphaTauris. But yeah, looking forward to this. It looks like Piastri quicker than the Ferrari in that first sector. What about the AlphaTauri? They're coming through now. How are they going to compare to Piastri? And they are quicker. The AlphaTauri quicker, but Lando Norris now coming through, and you would expect him to be purple. Let's have a little look at how that's going then. Oh, very, very close between the three of them then. As Piastri comes up to the middle sector split. It's green, so he's not quicker than the Ferrari. And, well, Norris out there as well. He's coming up the hill as we speak. Will he go purple in that middle sector instead? Yes, he will. And here comes Oscar Piastri up to the line. Can he go quicker than Sergio Perez? Yes, he can. A 13.7. Very, very good from him. And, well, that's going to be a very competitive time to get through to Q2 if Perez is struggling to match that by a tenth of a second. Here comes the AlphaTauri of Porsche. He goes quickest by a tenth of a second. And, well, Lando Norris goes quicker again by a tenth of a second. So 3/10 seconds separating the top four there. And not too bad at all, really. From either of our two drivers. Should be fairly comfortable getting through to Q2 now. So let's think about this. Norris still quickest, believe it or not, but look how close it is. I think Norris is probably all right, but Piastri will have to go out again. You feel on those used tires. I'm going to leave Norris out there, and we'll send Piastri out in the crowd. I was hoping he might get a little bit of a slipstream, but actually, he's just going to be giving everybody else a big old slipstream. But he is green in the first two sectors. And, well, here come the Alfa Romeos. It's Albon first. Then goes Ricciardo. And he does go quicker than Lando Norris. So Norris might be in trouble. Who knows? Here comes Oscar Piastri up to the line. A 13.6, which does move him above Hamilton. So 11th place for Piastri as it stands. Russell into the top 7. Albon is out of qualifying. Bottas 15th. He's probably out of qualifying as well. Let's keep an eye on Stroll, Giovinazzi and Tsunoda. They're going to be pretty late on. Stroll is going to be the next man over the line. Stroll comes over. Where is Stroll going to get to? Can he get himself out of the bottom 5? No, he can't. Stroll's struggling. What about the two Williams? Tsunoda over first. Can Giovinazzi grab that slipstream off his teammate? No, he can't. And, well, Sergio Perez is out of qualifying for the Ferrari. Once again, that is a big disappointment. But Valtteri Bottas and Lewis Hamilton pretty Pretty poor in that session. But Lando Norris P6 after only one run. Everybody improved in the second run. He has got to be happy with that. Not great car setup confidence, but no, not too bad. Right, we're going to go out on the used tyres for both of them at the start of this session.
Radio check. Radio check.
And we'll send them both out pretty close to each other. But excited that Norris is so fast so early in the season. I really wasn't expecting him to be, you know, top 6 material. But he's been very, very strong so far. And we'll watch him from the middle sector onwards. I don't think this is going to be our be-all and end-all lap, although he is purple. He's got a little bit of a toe from his teammate, and, you know, he's about a 10.5 up on his teammate through the first 2 sectors. And let's see if he can finish it off here as Lando Norris comes round the final corner. Gasly goes quickest on a 13.7. Piastri's going to come over the line. Can he do any better than that? No, but Norris does come over the line and does a 13.5. That's a pretty good time on used tyres. And I think that's going to be very competitive in this session. Sainz can't beat it, so yeah, Norris in a very good place, in fact. Will obviously use his next set of soft tyres to try and get through. Same with Piastri. But after the first run, you know, Piastri being 7th, Norris in first there. Still got Magnussen and Ocon to come through, but the 2 Red Bulls currently out, and Magnussen does go quickest. I think we might leave our guys until the very last second. And I'm thinking, get Norris out there and see if we can get Piastri following him to get that little bit of slipstream. So let's get them round. And yeah, I think this could be very, very good. So Norris currently in second, but we will send him out there anyway because it is just ridiculously close. You know, this could very easily turn against us. But can we get both drivers through into the top 10 shootouts for the first time this year? Hamilton again struggling to get through into Q3. Verstappen and Ocon are down there as well, and both of them are down there, so you know, the struggles are definitely real. As Norris now comes through the first sector. Not really sure how to read that, because it hasn't appeared. 23.015, I think it's almost identical sector to what he did the first time. And generally, not everybody is improving. Ocon is going to be the first main man over the line. Vettel comes over the line and he goes second, so that pushes Piastri down. He's green in this middle sector. Norris actually struggling on the brand new tyres as Ocon goes up to P6. Probably not that good, really. Porsche 7th. Russell goes above Ocon now. Sainz goes quickest, and here comes Lando Norris. Can he improve at all? I don't think so. Here comes Piastri. Can he improve? Yes, he can. He's in the top 10 for now, but Bottas knocks him straight out. So no top 10 for Piastri. Verstappen goes 4th. Hamilton is out and only 15th. What has happened to this 8-time world champion? The man you could always rely on to get a good lap in qualifying. Really, really struggling in that Aston Martin car at the moment. But Oscar Piastri will start in 13th tomorrow. Again, just about a 10th behind where he should be to get into the top 10. But Lando Norris having a beautiful day so far. We're actually going to try a 2 flying lap run on our first quali lap. Just want to double check what we're looking at tomorrow for expected strategies. I mean, I think generally we're probably going to go medium hard. It is tough to overtake round here, so yeah, medium hard might be the way to go. Piastri will have a brand new set of soft tyres. He could potentially go 2 stops, but we'll do a 2 flying lap strategy with Norris. Yeah, it's
Radio check, please, Lando.
it's a chance to try something different.
be
We've
green
seen
now.
that the used tyres were actually quicker in session 2. So here we go then. Lando Norris, his first run at pole position. We're probably looking at a 13.3. Something like that to get you a guaranteed pole position around here. Now, Lando's in a special position that he's going to be the only one that gets 2 brand new sets of soft tyres. Let's see how he gets on in this first sector. We've got a Haas not too far ahead. Yeah, that was a slightly slower first sector, but we're sort of expecting this first lap to be a bit slower. That's why we're doing what we're doing. Get out the way, Haas. It wasn't great. It wasn't the worst I've seen. In fact, we'll just zoom it forward to the end of the lap. We know this isn't going to be pole position. Well, it's a 13.9. I mean, that's terrible. Luckily, Norris is now going to slow people down, but here he goes again, starting up another lap as Russell on pole position as it stands at 13.5. Let's see what Norris can do on this second flying lap. I just love watching the cars run in anger. You can see from the outside camera just how good they are. Coming through, it is green that first sector. What was it? A 22.993, which is quicker than what he managed in session 2. Comes past the Haas, and I tell you what, Gasly has really slowed down Norris's progress in this qualifying session. Comes up the hill, 25.6. So he is green in Sector 1 and Sector 2. He's a couple of tenths off where Max Verstappen is, though, on a 13.4. So unless his last sector is particularly good, Lando Norris ain't going to manage it. So here he comes up to the line. What's this going to be? 13.6, which only moves him up to 6th position. And now here comes Sainz. He's got a beautiful toe, hasn't he? This is going to be a great time from Sainz. Yeah, fastest of everybody. Yeah, he had a great toe there. So, Norris about to come in. Let's have a look at those tires. You know, they're not too bad, are they? Now, will it be worth doing a 2 run session? Probably not, actually, because at this point you're going to need to... Right, come on. Can we be out there behind Ocon or Verstappen, whoever that is? It's got to be a good marker. It's Ocon. No, probably actually quicker than Ocon, but here we go then. Lando Norris onto his final lap of qualifying. Brand new set of soft tyres. Can we get into that top 5 again Be an awesome run if we could. I think he has the potential to put this on third, but if he can do it or not, I don't know. Wasn't a great first sector, was it? You could see there was just a bit of hesitation in there, so he's probably half a tenth down on his absolute potential in that first sector. But now comes down the hill. And up it once again. Is actually green in that middle sector and about a tenth and a half quicker than he was last time out, as Magnussen goes up to third. What an improvement from him. Sainz can't improve. What about Vettel? Can he improve in the Alpine? Vettel comes up to the line. He goes fourth. Very good time from him. Ocon now has a chance to usurp both of them. He goes fifth and Norris comes through and he goes fourth. He goes above Esteban Ocon. But Russell manages to improve enough. What about Ricciardo? Can Ricciardo do anything here? No, I think he's already fifth. He was first over the line. So that is your lot. Lando Norris will start fifth tomorrow in the race. That was pretty exciting, wasn't it, towards the end there? But Carlos Sainz on pole position for Aston Martin. He has been the quickest guy all weekend so far. But Lewis Hamilton all the way down in 15th.
It's time for the final touches here on the grid ahead of today's race.
Qualifying went well for McLaren and they're set to start this race feeling quite comfortable. While this isn't the strongest grid position for Ferrari, qualifying isn't everything. I'm curious to see if they can go against the tide and make this race work for them. A sunny day here with only a few clouds in the sky. If things stay this way, the weather shouldn't pose any challenges to the teams.
And seeing it all come together is sure to be a thrill. An exciting race ahead for us here at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
Right then, we are ready for the race at this point. Fingers crossed we should be able to get a good result today. I don't know about Piastri. What do we want to do with him? I think possibly a two-stop strategy is going to be the way forward with him. Let's be aggressive with it. Let's see what we can do. And fingers crossed that will work out well for him. I think needs to do something different, Piastri, to get his potential going. Whereas Norris, I think, just stick with the simple one-stopper. I think that is going to be the quickest way to do it today, and don't think there's going to be much variation throughout the field. But we will try our best to get through and get some good points. So let's see how it goes.
Quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. And there's Lando Norris. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. And it's the other McLaren. With their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. The teams are ready to go. The crowd are on their feet in anticipation of this, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
Well, very quick release of the lights, and I think Carlos Sainz was caught slightly napping by that, because Max Verstappen already side by side as they head towards turn 1, and Max Verstappen into the lead as Norris has managed to get past George Russell into turn 1. I think he's managed it. Very, very good stuff from him. And everybody through safely through the first few corners. It can always be a bit of a pile up through there if you're not careful, and Norris should have the inside line going into this next part of the track. Very, very good from Lando. He's up to P4. Let's hop on board with him now as he's following Kevin Magnussen up the hill. Piastri down in 13th, but seems to have, got off to a decent start. Got off the line well. And, well, Russell still side by side with Lando Norris here, but this should be the moment. And, well, potentially Lando Norris is going to go around the outside here of Kevin Magnussen, who's on the hard tyres. This could be a very, very good move indeed. And he does use a little bit of ERS out of the corner there, and he's up to 3rd place. Here goes Oscar Piastri round the outside of Bottas.
Nice job, mate.
Around
Nice
the
job.
corner where, of course, Bottas and Russell made that contact
Mercedes
back
moved up
in
a place.
2021 in the rain. And, well, Piastri's still going well here.
McLaren gain
And
a
this could be a
position.
good chance on the main straight for Piastri. We're going to whip him down to neutral now and see what he can do from there. So, great start to this Grand Prix. And Lando up to 3rd position ahead of the Alpines. They're, of course, the team that we are going to be fighting hard with this year for 3rd and 4th in the Constructors. Red Bull leading the way with Max Verstappen. Carlos Sainz is in 2nd. Lewis Hamilton, by the way, still in 15th place. He is really struggling this season. We're not seeing the best of him this year. And now Lando Norris following Sainz through. And of course wanting to stay in that 1 second window. Let's have a little look at tyre selection. So yeah, top 3 are on mediums. Magnussen on hards in 4th place. He'll be looking to try and stick with Norris and co in this first stint. Piastri, meanwhile, in 12th place. And he's one of the highest soft tyre runners. And he is going to be aggressive today on those hard tyres. On those soft tyres, sorry. So, DRS enabled. And Norris hoping that he can stay with Sainz in this first stint. And hopefully pull away from Kevin Magnussen. That's the dream. Sainz trying to get back past Verstappen. Didn't happen. Piastri still following the guys back there. And he goes down the inside. I mean, that was almost a very good move on Porsche there. Might well be able to make that move. As Lando Norris now lining up potentially. Getting past Sainz here, and we're going to go into overtake mode for Oscar Piastri. Is he going to go down the inside here? It's a late move from Piastri, and I think he is through here. Very, very good manoeuvre from Oscar Piastri, and he is now up to 11th place and just outside of the points here. Very, very good stuff from him.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Should still have that inside line as they go into the next corner. Still side by side though. Bonkers, isn't it? Wow, how on earth has Porsche kept that position? That's ridiculous. And Porsche, in fact, is going to have a little go at Pierre Gasly here. And I think he's through. Very good. And let's zoom past Gasly, hopefully. Piastri now. And I think being more aggressive, you know, will allow him to pit earlier, get out of the traffic earlier. I think it's actually going to be a genius move. So, yeah, I'm fairly satisfied with that, actually. As Norris is following Sainz and Verstappen in the lead. Magnussen managing to cling on to the coattails. As it stands.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
Wow, Lewis Hamilton. In trouble. I tell you what, Lando Norris could well be in a position to take the lead of this Grand Prix very, very shortly. Put him on overtake duty.
Press overtake.
And see if he can do this. So Verstappen is going to have DRS on Sainz. I imagine Norris is going to have DRS on Verstappen, and that is the fastest lap of the race so far. Couldn't quite manage it. Might be in up the hill where Norris gets to go. Yep, he might go around the outside here. This could be the move for Lando Norris. No, just stays in the slipstream very nicely. Piastri, meanwhile, will be thinking about Gasly very, very soon. Trying to get past him. So let's try and keep going with that. Top four pulling away from Russell and Vettel as it stands. Oh, no, Piastri up into 11th.
Just had a car
There's
run
Porsche
wide.
running wide there. How far off are we, Piastri? Not far. Let's just have a little look at tyre life, yeah. As expected. Now, let's harvest some energy with
And
Lando.
recharge on. Confirmed.
Let's try and keep him in the game here. It looks like Piastri is through. I'd like to see that. Goodness me.
And recharge off. Alright.
Time to
use energy if you need.
Use a bit of energy. We couldn't watch the replay, unfortunately, but let's get Piastri up to the back of Leclerc. I'm just looking at the... Yeah, that's okay. Piastri within half a second now. And Ocon 2 seconds off the back of Daniel Ricciardo. Pretty good actually for Oscar Piastri. He will be pitting in the next couple of laps. Let's keep going. And that's Perez going to be going past Ocon, is it? Not quite. Norris still. Doing a great job. Sticking with these guys. And it is worth zooming it through. Piastri is going to come in this lap. Going to put on the medium tyres. You can see some of the back runners are coming in now. Oh no, Norris is locked up. Norris locked up big there. Lucky not to lose anything.
Up and gone straight on. Let's see what happened there.
A bit of pride.
We're looking at Lando Norris.
Yeah, he could have went into the back of the leaders there. He could well find himself bringing Vettel and Russell back into the fight here.
So make sure you get your pit limiter as you come in the pit lane.
So here we go then. Norris into the pit lane. Sorry, Piastri into the pit lane, and he is away now. He'd love to come out ahead of Hamilton. And that's pretty good. And that's shown me that the undercut is pretty big round here, because Hamilton was a fair bit behind Oscar Piastri. Certainly wasn't within a second and a half of him. Right, Norris, meanwhile, starting to slowly catch up to where he was. Maybe it's time to just take it easy a little bit here.
Big lift. Confirm.
Yeah, he's going to get passed by Vettel and Russell and be in a battle with them anyway, so...
Alpine just advanced.
Piastri just put in the fastest lap of the race, a second quicker than Lewis Hamilton.
Just recharge off, please. Just recharge off. Confirm.
So what we want is to get past Vettel pretty easily, but he's out of the 1 second window now. So Norris is starting to struggle a little bit here after that lockup.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
And it's a shame because Norris was right in that battle. Time to focus a little bit on Oscar here. Hang on, we didn't want to be that aggressive. That's messed things up a little. That sort of makes sense of how he was so fast. That's a mistake on my behalf. Should be able to standard it to
back off
for the next couple of laps and get more than a second ahead of Tsunoda. That was the main one for Piastri. thinking of bringing Norris in here. I know it's a couple of laps earlier than we said, but
And box now, box
let's
now.
get him out of this battle with Russell.
I'm happy to box in the end. Landing for lane.
And he should come out ahead of his teammate.
Understood. And just remind to use the pit limiter in the pit lane.
Sainz is in as well. And we're hoping for a bit of an undercut here. Yeah, this is a nice gap to be into. As long as he actually does come out ahead of his teammate. He does. Ooh, nearly. Wow. Right. So we need to say to Piastri, let your teammate past. He's on a very different strategy. It's amazing after a pit stop that they're so close to each other. Piastri is quicker than Norris so far. And, well, Norris does just manage to get past.
Nice job.
Russell. I'm going to put that onto balance now.
Some lift and coast will help that.
Yeah.
Maybe take the don't fight teammate off there. Let's have a look at, yeah, nearly back on track with the tyres. Now, Verstappen in the pits, obviously Norris not really going to be anywhere near Verstappen. Here we go, Norris now within DRS of Piastri. Okay, so this is looking all right. And now you'd expect Norris will be able to get past Piastri. And we can use Piastri a little bit to hold back Russell. See Norris right up the back now. This should be nice and easy. Yeah, that was a shame. We had to do it because Norris was going to get caught by Russell. Now I'm going to actually deploy him.
It's a race position gained for a Mercedes. They've gone wide.
Porsche's run wide again. That's pretty good from Norris to build out that 1 second gap now. He comes through, sets fastest lap of the race. Piastri now will be pressuring George Russell. Let's zoom it through. Norris not far behind Sainz and Verstappen now. And obviously Magnussen on those hard tyres will be running for a little while at the front. You would imagine Norris is going to be quicker than him. Oh, yes. Quite a bit of pressure, really. You can see Norris is slowly but surely catching up to Verstappen and Sainz and Perez. So a chance for Norris to save a bit of fuel. Hamilton in P14 as it stands. He's a bit of a danger to all of this. Should be fairly straightforward overtake for Lando Norris. He's going to go around the outside of Perez. Didn't quite manage it. Now he's going to be held up for a lap. Goes. He's through now. I'll try and deploy him in this first sector to get him away from Perez.
Okay, mate, nice work.
Yeah, pretty easily through. Piastri will be pitting in a lap or two.
Pushing
To be
now.
fair, he's probably gained himself another lap here. He's looked after his tyres quite well after giving them a good old beating for the first few laps, accidentally. Yeah, should be able to get past Perez. So he will be coming in, putting on the medium tyres next lap.
Okay, box, 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 box.
But here he goes past Perez now. Oh, moving in the braking zone there, or what? That was pretty scary for Piastri. Now then. Here we go with Piastri into the pit lane. I'll tell you what, Norris has got half a chance here of getting past Verstappen. Piastri's in. Now, I don't know where he's going to come back out. But he will have nice and fresh tyres for the final stint. Looks like Verstappen has got himself through. That's pretty good. And now. Should we try and get past? Because otherwise Russell's going to be with us again. This is going to be a nice move around the outside, I think. Should have him here.
McLaren gain a position.
It's not happening. Norris actually under a bit of pressure from Russell now.
Mercedes moved up a place.
Well, there's one of the Alpines that allowed Norris to get through, and it's Kevin Magnussen actually, who's on brand new medium tyres. He's with a great chance of winning this race actually. But I think we're going to see all the hard tyre runners come in now. Sorry about that, doorbell going. Those two into the pits then. Let's see what we can do with Lando Norris. He has got DRS here. I think we're going to have to push him a little bit to try and catch up to K-Mag. But might be a little bit of a struggle here. I don't know. Because K-Mag is surely going to be so much quicker. Piastri, meanwhile, he's coming past the pit lane. Can he get in front of Joe and Albon? Yes, he can. So, Piastri in 13th place on his new medium tyres. This is interesting. This is very interesting.
Big lift.
Because Russell's very much in this race. Vettel in the pits. Sebastian Vettel is in the pits. Let's see what Norris can do then. Can Norris get past Vettel? He probably should be able to. Let's have a look tyre-wise. And Russell's doing better than Norris. Is in trouble here in terms of finishing 5th or higher. There goes Russell again with the DRS. We're well ahead of Vettel, so we should finish at least 5th here. We should finish ahead of Leclerc. But Carlos Sainz is leading the Grand Prix. We've got Verstappen in 2nd, Magnussen in 3rd, then Norris in 4th, followed by Russell in 5th. Piastri desperately trying to catch up to Pierre Gasly towards the end of this race. So, let's zoom it forward. We know Russell's going to probably get Norris at some point. They're going to be fighting it out up to the finish. Piastri starting to close on Gasly. Now needs to go to balanced to save some fuel. Now Vettel has caught the back of Norris and Russell. So Norris could well finish in 6th here. We got Leclerc and Ricciardo also down there.
We're not okay on fuel.
I think Piastri will be okay, provided he keeps balanced until the end. I assume everybody has now been into the pits, so the 2-stopper hasn't really worked for Piastri, to be honest. There you go, Vettel now past Norris.
That's a good overtake from Alpine.
Got 10 laps to go here. And Vettel more than enough ahead now. And he'll actually be chasing after Max Verstappen for 3rd place. Ricciardo is up there as well. So yeah, as I say, I think Norris and Russell are in a little bit of trouble
race
here.
Position gained for Mercedes.
Only thing is, it's a bit of a DRS train, this.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Let's see what we can do here. Now, we brought Norris in a couple of laps early, didn't we? So, you know, his tyres aren't going to be fantastic from the end of the race. This could be his last chance to get past Russell in this Grand Prix. He's got DR. This is good. Norris is going to be past here. That's pretty decent.
This is really good.
And Norris able to
McLaren gain a position.
stay in front.
Six laps to go.
We've got 6 laps to go in this Grand Prix.
And save fuel from now, please. Save fuel from now.
Piastri in 12th. Looks like Stroll might have a chance of Piastri towards the end here as well. And let's zoom it through. Push on the fuel. On that main straight, he's still ahead of Russell for now. Push again. Russell will close in, but not overtake. Four laps to go here. It's funny because Norris does have more pace through the general part of the track. It would be awesome if he could get another 10 points here. Piastri is actually still well ahead of Stroll, which is interesting. Maybe Piastri's passed Stroll a while ago. I'm not sure. There's so much to focus on here. But we've got Russell side by side with Norris. Can Norris hang on here? It looks like he can. Just about. He'll have the inside line. And now back down to balanced. That was risky. And we got 2 laps to go after this one. Russell closer than ever. We're not going to have any ERS to help us. This is all we got. Is a bit of fuel in the tank.
2 laps to go.
And there goes George Russell. So now it's going to be a case of trying to stay with Russell. Try and harvest a bit of energy.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
And save it up for the last lap. Right, that's okay. Now then, zoom it through until the end of the lap. And it's going to be giving it everything for the final lap of the race as Kevin Magnussen leads. On the final lap, we've got Sainz closing in behind.
Stay close.
Is Sainz going to be able to do it?
Yeah, confirm.
Oh, they're side by side, and I think Sainz might get the job done, but Magnussen on those soft tyres, able to get through, and it looks like K-Mag is going to win his first Grand Prix. Now then, can Norris make the move? He's pretty close. Is he going to go down the inside here, Russell? Use some overtake probably up the hill is going to be his last chance.
Overtake button available. Yeah,
And he is, I think, going to go down the inside. Russell is through. Russell is through. Right. Now Russell back up to 5th place. That was a pretty awesome move, and I think that should secure 5th position in this race. I don't think Russell will be able to move, and it is Kevin Magnussen that wins. But Russell side by side with Norris into the final corner. But he should manage to do it. Norris comes up to the line. He's going to finish 5th. Excellent result for him. And, well, Piastri is off.
That's a checkered flag.
I'm not sure what's happened to Piastri here.
Good result. Good points.
Here's the replay.
What has happened to him?
Take a look at
Oh,
the
it's a
McLaren.
big lockup. Oh, wow,
dear,
well.
dear. That's far wider than they would have wanted.
I mean, that's not made any difference. He wouldn't have scored points anyway, but that is the second last lap incident for Oscar Piastri, and he does ride over the line in the end and finish in 18th place ahead of the 2 Williams cars. He does stop as well. Norris has stopped just a few 100 meters, well, a couple 100 meters down the line. But Norris finishes 5th. We'll certainly settle for that. That'll do. We need to watch that, do we? But there you go then. Kevin Magnussen wins the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix ahead of Sainz in 2nd. Verstappen finished 3rd ahead of Vettel in 4th. Then Norris finishes 5th once again this season. Russell 6th. Ricciardo a brilliant 7th with Leclerc 8th, Ocon 9th, and Valtteri Bottas in 10th place. Into the Drivers' Championship, Norris down to 4th now, but still only 10 points behind Championship leader Max Verstappen. Kevin Magnussen's first ever victory in Formula 1 moves him up to 5th place. Into the Constructors then, and we are still in 4th, 2 points ahead of Ferrari, but we do need to improve if we're wanting to finish in the top 4. Aston Martin still leading the way over Red Bull on amount of podiums. Any dev points for Norris? None for him. We do have a dev point for Piastri and hopefully for Logan Sargent as well. No, not quite. And 3.3 million in the bank. We'll settle for that. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. If you have, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.